Hi, Connie Fuchsa with Foote Title Group, where we know how overwhelming the home buying process can be. And it is our passion to make sure that you understand everything as you're going through the process. And we keep you in the loop every step of the way to keep you updated on what's going on as we're preparing for your closing. And we insure you and your property after the closing. So I know we've been talking about a lot of different terms and information, and today I just wanted to share something with you because you may be saying, well, I know you, Connie, you give us all kinds of good information, but what exactly is a title company? I don't even understand what that means or what that does or why it's important to me. And so, I try to give you a lot of information, but today we're going to talk about, just for a few minutes, what does a title company do and why does it matter that you pay attention and you make a choice yourself? So at the end of the process, you've picked out the perfect home, you found the perfect mortgage for you, and then they ask you if you want to pick a title company to handle the closing for you. And usually you would say, well, just take care of that for me because I don't even know who to work with. Well, that does matter that you make a choice yourself and you do a little bit of research, because title companies vary just like any other type of business. And a title company does a lot of things. We are the one at the end of the line that pulls all the pieces together for you. We check and make sure that everything's clear on that title to make sure that there's no problems with that home that you're purchasing or that you're selling that need to be taken care of. And more often than not, particularly out of this home crisis, there's a lot of things that need to be resolved that happen behind the scenes. And then we coordinate all the parties, the buyers, the sellers, the realtors, the lenders. Those are a lot of people that have a lot of ideas about what need to happen, and we need to make sure everything is handled so everybody is satisfied and all of the pieces are taken care of. And then we coordinate all of the figures. So we take the contract and all of your loan information and all of the seller's information and bills that need to be paid and put all of those into one format so everybody is, all of their bills and things are taken care of, and that so when you buy that home, there's no issues or no unresolved things that need to be taken care of. It all happens at the end of the process, and we pull all that together. We coordinate all the documents that you need to sign, and we coordinate everybody to make sure that they all come together at the same time, or if they can't, that all of the documents are signed and ready to go by the time you're ready to come to closing. And then we actually conduct the closing, whether that's somewhere that's convenient for you or at our office. We actually sit down with you and explain the documents for you so you understand what you're signing. And we're very passionate about making sure you understand everything that you're doing, both during the process as we're getting everything together, but also when you sit at that table. We want to make sure that you understand what you're signing, because it's a lot to deal with and it's really scary. And I know your eye is on the prize at the end, which is getting those keys. And that's super important, but we also don't want you to walk away from that table not knowing what you just did, and it's a big commitment that you're taking on. So we want to make sure that everything is in order as you expected it to be. So part of our job is to make sure that you understand everything that's going on. And then after everything's taken care of, we actually insure the title to that property. So no one can ever come back to you and say, hey, I have an ownership interest. My mom owned that property and she passed away and I never signed off on it. Or there's so many things that could happen that someone could claim a potential interest in your property. And so we ensure that that doesn't happen. And if it does, the insurance will take care of itself. And a lot of companies don't go that extra mile to make sure all of those minutia details are taken care of perfectly for you so that those things don't happen. Our track record after 30 years worth of business is very rarely do we have a claim on any title policies that are done. And that's not something that most title companies can say. So we just want you to understand that we are super passionate about making sure that everything is in order for you as best as it can possibly be, and that you understand everything as we're going through the process and when you sit at the closing table. So if you have any questions at all about this or anything through that process, we would love to help you weed through any of those questions and any of those concerns, because it's so much to take in, and we are passionate about making sure that that is all taken care of for you and that you understand every step of the way. So we do what we do because your home closing should be the simple part. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Connie Fuchsa with Foote Title Group, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.